speaking of the pendulum swinging back, are we going to hit $10 a gallon gas anytime soon?
I hope so.
Why?
Well, because it'll let everybody know exactly what fuel brings to the table. Fuel brings a lot of stuff to the table. Your hat, this mic, that shirt, all petroleum. Everything in this room's petroleum. It's hard to get away from. You know what I mean? I hope it gets $10 a gallon, because then it'll make it where they'll be like, hey, you know what? Coal ain't that bad. We got the most abundance of coal in the world. We got the most coal in the world. We're going to ignore it and give up our national security, give up good, high-paying jobs in the name of climate change. And whether it's real, fake, irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? The big scheme of things, one volcano from 1980 did more pollution than like the last 30 years. That's Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
So.
My sister was born that year, and I lived on the east side of that state.
Yeah.
And OSB came from that volcano, which was researched at my home university.
Yeah, I mean, everything that people are trying to do, it's fine. There's solutions. But I don't know that a tractor's ever ran by a battery. 18-wheeler maybe. A combine, going to be really hard to get an efficient. Now, maybe they figure something else out. Maybe they get them running off of nuclear. Definitely possible. But replacing hydrocarbons in our life will have to happen eventually. The technology will have to get there. But if they don't open up nuclear, all the rest of it's just for show. You know what I mean?
Isn't most of what's happened recently all for show, because it's all just been politically driven?
No.
Everything's being politicized all the time, everywhere.
Since I got laid off in the oil field, I've read hundreds of books, right? I worked on getting healthier mind, not healthier body. We're sponsored by Reese's. So, but anyways, I've worked on all of that. Right. And the they say it's political. That's what it'll go back to. Stuff used to be driven more by money, but it's still being driven by money. The problem is Main Street and Wall Street have detached themselves from each other so far, because now the feedback, if you think about it, in the last 10 years, where does feedback come from?
Social media.
Where did it used to come from? Somebody had to fill out a survey.
Yeah.
They had to actually go out and do market research.
A sensor might come to your door.
They had to do a little bit of.
They might call you.
Yeah, like they need however they got their information, they had to go do research. They had to pay for it. Now they pay some guy to read tweets or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they do a Twitter poll. We see how real that is.
Yeah.
So with that,
$44 billion are real.
Yeah,
obviously.
but like back in the day, it takes effort to complain. There'll always be more energy in the complaint than there will be in the pat on the back. That's life. But when they sent you a survey, if you did really truly have a good experience, you would tell about your good experience. If you had a meh experience, you would say, I had a meh experience. But if you had a really bad one, you would talk about it. But those middle ground people that were on good or bad never really spoke up. Now they just shoot it out. It's done. My opinion's on the internet. I think now the feedback is so far detached because the complaining is so loud, where they're trying to solve problems that don't exist. And when you try to solve problems that don't exist, you get employees, and this recession will weigh it out, where you hire somebody based on a box that they check that is a diversity of an inclusion box versus a box that they check that's add revenue to the company. You know what I mean? Well, who the hell is going to go home when it's time to send people home? They're not going to, the revenue is going to, people that drive revenue are going to have jobs. And if they don't, the company's not going to get to continue. When they did all of this, when they made all of this wokeness or politicizing or whatever it is of all the corporations, I think they just detached themselves from the mainstream American. And those people vote with their dollars every single day. Buzz Lightyear, I have no idea about Buzz Lightyear. None whatsoever. I don't know about it. I didn't watch it. But I'm just assuming from the bitching on the internet that Buzz Lightyear is gay. I knew that when I was 10 years old. I don't know why it took y'all all this long to figure it out, man. Team Woody all the way. But now that it's out there, look at what happened with the box office numbers. You get what I mean? That's, parents. Like, am I gonna not take my kid to Buzz Lightyear because of that? No, I don't give a damn. If Emery comes to me and is like, let's go watch Buzz Lightyear, I'm gonna go watch, but I don't want to watch Buzz Lightyear. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I don't want to go watch it.
That's your prerogative.
Yeah, it's not because of any of that. It's just because it's like, that's something from my childhood. Maybe I want to go watch it. Maybe I don't want to go watch it, but I'm not going to make the extra effort because I don't want to. If it is going to make me mad, because I see a man kissing a man or whatever, it's probably not. You know what I mean? But I'm probably not.
Yeah,
gonna be
I couldn't
able to,
give two fucks.
But I'm gonna roast it on the internet, and I'm gonna lose my Facebook.
Yeah.
Not because I'm saying things funny, but because I would be funny about it. I would want to
Right.
make a joke about it, and it's gonna cost a cost that I can't do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna
avoid it.
I'm just gonna avoid it when I normally would have probably looked forward to it. But now that I can't talk about it,
well, it gets slotted into the waste of time bucket, doesn't it?
It goes. It's going to be a waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
I would enjoy watching this and having fun with it if we could have fun with it.
Right.
If we could, if I could go on the internet tomorrow and make a Buzz Lightyear joke that would go viral and offend some people and make other people laugh,
Right.
I would do it.